After 20 years of building together through dust, deadlines, and damn good ideas, Pace and Adam invite you to join them for honest conversations about the home building world. Welcome to Build Connected, where experience meets insight, powered by Diamond Home Restoration.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Build Connected. Thanks for joining us. This is episode 20, Adam.
We're doing it. 20.
Yeah.
Good to
and
see you all still with us.
I think we hinted at a curveball. The
Wait,
curveball.
hang on. Before we get to the curveball, let's just talk. How was your weekend? You don't want to ask me about my weekend? That's the kind of guy I am. I want to ask about you. I'm, I'm interested in what you've done. You don't care. You just want to blow right through it and get to the good stuff.
Yeah. You're thoughtful. I'm not. That's
Yeah.
been established. I have no idea really what I did over the weekend. I think
Nice. That's age. That's old age.
that's part of it.
Set-
It's not all of it, but it's part of it. I think I was out in my garden a fair amount. I really don't remember what I did. How about you?
All right. Oh, thanks for asking, Pace. That's nice of you.
Yeah.
Well, I had to make a pancake breakfast for an entire field hockey team. Did that, and then that went into a like an eight person, 13-year-old sleepover party in a big old tent that I had to set up in my yard. And let's just say, like, when 1 a.m. rolls around and you hear girls screaming, it doesn't the sound travels in my neighborhood. So I'll just let your imagination go there. But anyway, moving on. Check out this cool hat I got though. Have we talked about this?
Is that a prototype? What is that?
This is a prototype. This is a one of a kind. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna want this, but we only have one, and I'm wearing it.
Okay.
But,
Well, at least it's got the right style brim.
it is a Diamond Home Restoration hat. In case you're not watching this and you're listening.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, we got exciting stuff happening right now.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah. So today we are breaking through and inviting our first guest on the show. It's something that you and I have talked about and wanted to do, but we wanted to sort of establish like the format of things and get comfortable because we're a couple of knuckleheads. So I think that we feel a little bit more comfortable, and today we're going for it. So
Who's our guest? What do we got?
Well, our first guest is family for me. It's my cousin Nate Nelson, who owns Back Bay Builders
Oh,
up in Maine, and here he is. This is the man. This is Nate right
yes, Nate.
Woo! What up?
here. What up? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. I'm a big follower of you guys. You
Awesome.
guys are seeing every episode. Like to say maybe I'm your number one follower. I'm not sure though.
Sick. Do
it
they have
is,
internet? Is there
it's-
internet in Maine?
What's that?
You got internet in Maine?
They do. Not many towers, but luckily where I live, I do get receptions. I'm excited. I'm honored to be here. Love what you guys are doing. Love the information, both for customers and for contractors like myself. It's great. It's a lot of great stuff you guys are putting out there.
You know,
Man, well, we're happy to have you here.
yeah,
Super fun to have our first guest.
for sure. You know, I said you were in Maine. You're in southern Maine. You live in Portland, and why don't you talk a little bit about like what your meat and potatoes job is? Like, what's your kind of sweet spot?
Back Bay Builders is a strictly residential remodeling company that takes on various projects, but a lot of the stuff that we really get into are kitchens, primary bathrooms, primary bedroom renovations, additions. That's like kitchens and bathrooms are like our meat and potatoes. We're doing maybe 12 to 14 projects of that a year. But we've got 2 additions going right now. One addition doesn't have any plumbing at all. It's just a primary bedroom addition that's off for an ADA unit for people for accessibility and stuff. So this is exciting to kind of East Coast versus West Coast type stuff that we deal with as opposed to what you guys deal with.
Yeah,
Nice. What year did you start your company?
2005. This is year 20.
Okay. Nice.
So we've evolved. I've been doing this 27 years. Big learning curve, and still learning, you know, learning from you guys, learning from other contractors in my area, learning from everything. So
Let's jump into our first segment that we always kick off things with, and that's an interesting product that you like, something that one of your favorite things, whatever that may be. What do you got for us, Nate? A product out
well,
there you like?
so some of the one of the products that we or myself enjoy, the modern day bidet
Oh yes, I love
slash
it.
slash washlet.
Yes.
Come a long ways. You know, way back in the day, you used to. I remember when I was little and going into the fancy folks' house and seeing this strange toilet off to the side with no toilet seat, and I didn't know if it was a sink or what it was. I never knew. And then as I aged, I finally started realizing what that unit was, and I never used the old one.
That's like Crocodile Dundee. It's for cleaning your shoes, right?
Right,
Remember
right.
that?
So nowadays it's great. They have all kinds of new different models, from a really inexpensive attachment to go on with your existing toilet seat to the whole toilet system with the built-in bidet with the seat and everything, or just the attachable seat. So there's tons of products out there. I have two in my house in each
All right, now
bathroom.
let me ask you a question. Do you remember the first time you sat on one of those? Do you remember that? Did you make any crazy noises?
Crazy faces. It was a getting used to, but to be honest with you, the first time I ever used a bidet, my wife's family has every year on the 26th has a guy's pub crawl. We all go out, we do a different bar, we do a bunch of them. And the last place we stop at is for sushi at
I don't know where this is going, but I love it.
right. And I went in and I saw that this place had a bidet. And I said, I don't have to go, but I'm going to test drive this sucker. And I got on it and I was like, this is the cat's meow. And I tried it and I went out and told all the guys that had been drinking, and they went in and they tried. There was about 3 or 4 of them that went in and tried it. And after that, I was sold. And I started off with just the cheap, I think it was like 40, $50 attaches to the toilet seat. And then we started really like selling them in our bathrooms. All kinds of different models. My house, we have the Toto toilet, but we have the seat that goes with it, the Toto seat, which is awesome. It's got a remote control. It's got lighting. It's really like the customers that we're dealing with in the bathrooms. You can see like they've never used them before. There's certain ones that have never used them, and once I tell them about it, and I come back and they're like, "That is the best thing ever. Thank you so much for recommending the bidet."
Yeah, they're awesome. I put one in my house. I've probably had it for 5 years now, and I hadn't actually used one. I heard so many things about it, and I ended up getting it. My wife thought I was crazy, and I remember when I used it for the first time, she thought one of our little girls had screamed or made a noise. That was coming from me. Uh, but yeah, there was no turning back. And I think I have the Toto washlet seat, and I'm telling you, these things have increased in value. I think I paid $400 for this thing, and now it's like $1,200. I might have to cash out on this thing. It was a good investment. You know what I mean?
Is that maybe that's the new company strategy, selling used toilet seats? That
Yeah,
sounds like it's going to be a winner. I mean, we're
yeah,
not
no,
cavemen, right? Like you can talk about the washlet side of it, but just the heated seat. I mean,
woo,
just that touch of civility. Come on. We need that. We need that in our lives.
love it.
Well,
Really,
that's a great topic. We do, I think, exclusively washlets and heated seats now. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last bathroom that didn't have it. I think
well
it's
now
kind of the norm.
code codes requiring us to put outlets behind all toilets now. So, I mean, for
And
this
w-
very reason, right?
we've started doing that even with customers that aren't asking or won't, but they're like, "Oh, we're all set with the bidet or the washlet." I look at my electrician. I said, "We every bathroom we install, we have an outlet behind the toilet."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just smart. You know, we've talked a lot on the show about like all of the changes to regulation, whether it's like building practices or energy or but so many things. I'm curious, like your thoughts on things we've talked about and just the changes to regulation, how it's impacting you in Maine.
yeah, West Coast versus East Coast. You guys have it pretty tough out there. Actually, I feel sorry for you guys. Like it's like we have the codes, but not like the green codes that you guys are dealing with. Like the permitting process for you guys is like I used to think it was bad here in Maine, in the southern Maine area. But after listening to you guys for the past 19 episodes, it's like, wow, we actually have it really good here.
Have you seen a
Um,
change in the energy stuff?
Yo, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They implemented the 2021 International the Energy Code here, which is like they just made it. All the state of Maine isn't there yet, I don't believe, but certain cities are and towns. Portland is, and it's tough when it comes to remodels. New homes, I totally get it. You can create a brand new structure to allow certain depth fill of insulation in a new structure and stuff, but remodels you can. They're wanting us to install the consistent barrier on the outside with the R zip sheathing. Some places, like if you're doing an addition and trying to line it up with an existing building, it just doesn't work. And certain areas, like with fill and stuff with your frame, sometimes we just can't get that.
Yeah.
If you've got cathedral and stuff, it's almost forcing us to go the straight spray foam route. I think spray foam is a great insulator, great air sealer, but I don't think it's not right for everybody. I have stories that I've run into that are nightmares about spray foam.
Yeah. I think the approach should be with the given conditions, do the best you can. Right. And so if you've got a 2x8 rafter cavity, you fill it the best you can. I think that's just it's a better practice, right? We're bettering our houses, and I think that's directionally an okay way to approach it. Instead of saying, "Hey, you're remodeling this kitchen, you're going to be touching the ceiling. We know that the rest of the house, is whatever. There's no insulation, whatever it is. But this year you're going to put in R60 and you're going to have to do all these things to get there." It just seems like the approach should be, let's do the best with what we got.
Now let me ask you a quick question.
Yes.
East Coast versus West Coast. Like obviously our climate's a lot different here. What are you guys like what are you guys dealing with as far as insulation and energy codes in California?
I mean, the good news for us is we're in an easier climate zone, right? So like all of our requirements are less than what you have.
Right.
And we don't deal with like the humidity that the South and the Northeast deal with, right? So like the moisture stuff, the vapor travel, like all of that, like we live in a really easy area to build in. We don't have like where we are, we don't have like the frost concerns. Like Adam's place up in Tahoe is a whole different story, right? They're building for Adam, what is it? Like 10-foot snow loads?
Yeah, I mean, it's for all the structural stuff. Yeah, the deck Pace and I built the deck on the back of my house. Yeah, I think they capped it out for 15-foot snow loads. So there's more concrete under that deck than under the house when that house was built. I think we had 22 yards of concrete we poured for a deck that was 5, 6 feet off the ground. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. But no, I mean, it's interesting to hear the differences between the East Coast and the West Coast. I like there's so much to discuss there, and we could do a couple of shows on that. But why don't we dive into our final kind of topic that we like to talk about, and that is something interesting on a project. I'm sure you've got all kinds of stuff you can discuss, Nate. Anything interesting going on a job right now that you can discuss or that you have in the past?
Yeah, so we just wrapped up a pretty cool project with a customer of ours that moved to Maine about 4 years ago. We started a project with them with their kitchen and another bathroom first, and then she was waiting to do a primary bedroom bath because she works for a design company. It's great. It's a change of pace from the trendy stuff that we do all the time in bathrooms and bedrooms and stuff. We got some Maine craftspeople in there that really brought the space to life. Brought their main artistry into the space, and one of them being a fella that lives here in southern Maine, Renaissance timber, and we put three big timber beams in the bedroom that he hand hewed. He literally brings the trees. Either he goes out on site in the woods with an axe and he cuts this tree square the whole length, and with an axe does it all by hand. And then like a little other touch in the bathroom is some hand painted tile. Not a lot, just a little square area in front of the vanity, maybe about maybe 40 or 50 6x6 tile that artist a few towns over hand painted. She's got her studio, her tile studio and painting studio, and she hand painted specific drawings that the customers like. For
Sorry,
instance,
did you just say drawings with an R? Is that a Maine thing?
kind of man, I've got quite an accent here.
Wow, that was awesome. Okay,
Now,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
When I was out in Wyoming, a lot of people used to love because I used to give talks in the evening, and they go, "You're from Boston. You're from Boston, aren't you?" I'll go, "No, but close. I've got the accent."
Well, it's
But
funny that hey, you make fun of me on that word all the time. In Philly, we say drawing.
Yeah, I think like I don't even know where I fall now. Like it's so confusing listening to the two of you. This is two non-English speakers in front of me right now.
oh yes, oh yeah. And
Nate, you gotta.
you should hear me if I've had a couple beers in me.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
It gets worse. So this customer, like their dog Pickles, they don't have kids. They have their dog Pickles, and they have the picture of Pickles in there, and they have like a guitar and birds and flowers, and but that picture of Pickles is right there in the front. So it's just a little added artistry fun, to a bathroom that they're going to be using
You know,
every day.
we talked about this last week. The way people like after we finish a project, how they make it their own. It's always cool to see, and like it's in this case, you're seeing that take shape while you're still on the job, right? They're putting their own local personal touches to the project. And it just, yeah, I mean, especially where we are, we're doing a lot of modern homes and it's pretty sterile. I think that personal touch, man, I love that, especially
Oh
when you're
yeah.
using local artists.
Yeah, and I mean, even like right down to the drapery and the window treatments is all like source fabric that she picked out, and yeah, it's not everybody's taste, but she loves it.
Awesome.
She's in love with the room, so and that's what counts.
Well, all right, we're gonna spin into a lightning round. It's been a long time since we've done one. Adam and I caught each other totally off guard. We're gonna do the same to you.
I'll give you a simple lightning round question. Let me go. Okay, ready? Lobster roll, regular lobster, or stuffed lobster? What are you gonna go with?
Regular lobster,
Regular lobster, a lot of butter.
no
Okay.
butter.
No butter?
No
not a
butter.
No butter.
How is that
Clams,
possible?
steamed clams, no butter.
Wow.
Now, will you
Huh.
put the bib on? Will you have like a whole bib situation?
I'll do anything for a good laugh.
Okay. All right, this one's a little bit more. This is going back to some history. Like I said, you and I are cousins. All
We
three of
are.
us are water skiers. However, your old man, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of you getting into carpentry, and I think I might have stumbled upon it. So he had the infamous wooden disc with a chair mounted on it, and he would
He
water
did.
ski on this disc. I'm thinking that that's where your woodworking tendencies, creativity all came from. What do you think?
Negative.
Have you ever heard of another chair on a disc set up water skiing?
I can't even
No.
picture that.
No.
Yeah. Do you think we can dig up a photo of this situation?
I'm thinking that instead of digging up a photo, maybe we have Adam come up to the China Lakes regions next summer. And we see
Okay, then.
if we could get the disc. I do believe the disc is still in existence.
Wow. So
Okay.
wait,
Maybe.
it's like a wooden frisbee shaped kind of piece of wood with a chair bolted to it.
Nope.
Is that
It's a piece of plywood, 1/2 inch thick, just regular plywood,
half-inch
cut
what?
perfect circle, painted solid red on the bottom, and then this weird design on the top. And you get it's just like kind of like a knee board. You hold the rope in the and I don't know how they had the chair, but they get up on the desk and they hold the chair. Then they put the chair and then they do 360s on it.
Such a Maine thing. Just sitting on your chair, waves getting behind the boat, maybe drinking a beer while you're sitting on the chair, holding on to the rope.
So
Okay.
add to that, not your regular safety life jackets, but they used to have what's called the belt. And it was this white round flotation thing that you put around like a belt. Totally wouldn't fly in today's standards, but that's what they would use.
So kind of like a safety fanny pack.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Now, would you do a lot of cruises? You're down in the Caribbean, like on your vacations and whatnot. Would you wear one of those? Do you walk around with a fanny pack on the cruise ship?
No, but my wife does. And she gets made fun of by me the whole time.
Nice.
The whole time. I'm like, I can't go out in town with you with that fanny pack.
All right,
So,
Adam, you got a last lightning round? Or are we there?
I think we're there. Yeah, that was it. That was all I got.
Well, Nate, it was awesome having you on the show. Our first guest, and I like you bringing a little flavor from the East Coast. I was gonna say, like, you and I, when we're at the holidays and stuff, we talk endlessly about this stuff. So it's nice to do it on this platform. Real fun.
boys, thank you for having me. I love it. I love watching what you guys have done from episode 1 to this episode. And I was saying, I can't get enough of it. I mean, it's just what you guys are doing with it and the information. Like, I'm one of your number one fans. I hope that this episode went well enough that you guys will maybe have me on again sometime in the near future. It really hits home for me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this was a momentous moment for us. It was awesome having you and knowing that you're such a big fan. We love hearing that. So I think you've really kind of kicked off our ability to have guests on the show. You're our first, and we'll have you back again. And yeah, really appreciate you. Thanks again. So I guess that about covers it for today. And thanks everybody for listening. And we'll catch you on the next one. I'm Adam.
Non-pace.
And I'm
And
Nate.
thank you.
See ya.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on Build Connected. For more stories, insights, and ideas, visit diamondhomerestoration.com or find us on Instagram and LinkedIn. We'll be back next week. We hope you will too.